Thank you for having me today. Now, would you please hold this while we talk? I can explain why in just a second.
I'm sorry. Is this silly putty?
Indeed it is. You see, we have a thing that we call Silly Putty tickets. Do you remember Silly Putty? You can shape it, stretch it, mold it. Well, just like Silly Putty, we can shape and mold tickets to your specific needs to help you increase your sales. For instance, how many local salespeople do you have?
We have 6 right now.
And how many key accounts does each salesperson have?
About 3 each.
Alright, what size or amount of money is considered important to you?
To turn it up to you, I would say an important amount estimates about 30,000.
And how important is new business to your salespeople?
For our organization, we are looking for new business all the time.
And do you have a strict plan that is designed to get new business every month?
We do try to stick to a certain plan, but this industry, things are always changing.
Yeah, it's always tough to get salespeople to focus on new business, but by using our Silly Putty tickets, you can get them to focus on new business and you can keep on track. For example, the first step would be to have each salesperson identify in writing to you which new prospects are key to them. That isn't such a difficult task, is it?
No, that wouldn't be a problem at all.
You see, most of my clients have told me to building businesses from new prospect is for the salesperson to develop a good relationship with them, usually through constant contact. Most of the time, to build that relationship, salespeople will use an out-of-the-office activity like golf or lunches. Though some of my clients have told me their problem with golf is that some people just may not be the best golfers, and it is almost more embarrassing to play the games rather than to not. Also, it's not the cheapest thing to do all the time. And really, when was the last time you had a memorable chicken salad at lunch? I mean, it just gets very repetitive. However, by using our Silly Putty tickets, you can get them to focus on new business and you can stay right on track. You see, here's how it works. The salesperson calls a prospect he's been working on for a little while. He then says, "How about joining me for a Chicago White Sox game next week? I've got VIP suite tickets." Now, this is not a situation of the salesperson just giving away the seats. It's the salesperson inviting the prospect to go with them. Now, the salesperson has the chance to do some real out-of-the-office bonding. Remember, he wants to develop a relationship through constant contact. Giving the tickets away doesn't help build that relationship. How effective do you think 2 to 3 hours at one of our baseball games would be for building a relationship?
I really feel like that client would enjoy it a whole lot more than a boring lunch or a long game of golf.
I knew you would understand. So did David Wallace, who I personally was able to spend an evening with. He actually purchased one of our ticket plans, and he's had some tremendous success ever since. Take a look at what he had to say after things started getting on track.
Oh, wow. Looks like he did have a great time.
Exactly. And another smart idea is when a prospect takes one of the clients to the game, you could personally introduce yourself so that you can really build a solid relationship. Now, would you be willing to do this occasionally for the right account?
Yes, I think for the right account, this style would be a smart move.
Now, would it be asking too much of your salespeople to spend one evening a month with a solid potential client?
No, I wouldn't think so. We encourage our prospects to try and get out of the office and meet the clients personally.
You see, our season is 6 months long. If each one of your salespeople took one key prospect a month to one of our games, each salesperson would bring 5 prospects a season. Now, of those 5 prospects, how many do you think would end up as customers?
I would at least hope around 2 to 3 would end up as customers.
Alright, well, let's look at it like this. If each salesperson converted just one prospect to become a new customer, that would be $30,000 for each salesperson. But with 6 salespeople, that would be $180,000 in new business. Now, do you understand how I got that number?
Yes, I understand.
You know, we've been talking a lot about the new business, but we might also want to consider your existing clients. After all, your competitor may be out there trying to build some relationship with your clients. Would it be asking too much to have your salespeople also spend just one evening with an existing client as well as one evening with a prospect?
No, I don't think so at all. I think it's a great idea.
Now, to give each salesperson one game a month for a prospect, you would need around 6 games a month. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, it does.
You would need a similar number of games per month for your salespeople to take existing clients out to the games. In conclusion, you would need a total of 14 games per month. Now, let's talk about which type of tickets would work best for you. So based on what you've told me, here's what I would suggest for you. I really think our suite level is your best option. First of all, these tickets come out with our very own parking spaces, so you don't have to worry about fighting all the traffic when you get to the ballpark. And these seats are also very completely indoors, so you'll be able to enjoy each game very comfortably. We have a dining staff on call so that you don't have to go and wait in line for concessions, and you won't miss a second of the game. Now, to have each salesperson take out one client per month, you would need tickets to a similar number of games. The cost to have a planned, controlled new business effort is really quite nominal for the return. For each one of your salespeople to just one key prospect a month and one current client a month would need 12 games per month or 72 games for the season. You see, the return on investment is substantial. If each salesperson brought in only one piece of new business because of the focus on new business, your sales would increase to $180,000. Because you need 72 games, I recommend the full season tickets. That would leave some games for your employees or even new customers. Your cost for 4 season tickets is only $14,000. How happy do you think you would be with those results by giving this plan a try? That decision would be worth at least $180,000 in new business to you, and maybe even $275,000. Let me get this order in today. Don't worry about a thing. I will take care of all the details. Now, would you prefer the seats in your name or the company's name?
I think I'd like to talk to my partner about this first and then get back to you on it.
Mrs. Baldessano, I completely understand talking to your partner. When would you be able to talk to your partner?
Sometime tomorrow.
Now, having looked at this program and the business potential, would you recommend it to others?
I really would recommend it.
And do you think your partner would be against this idea?
No, I think he would really enjoy it.
Okay, then I say we do this. Let's sign up today, and here's what we'll do. We use the opt-out clause we have. Here's how it works. You're meeting with your partner tomorrow, right? Well, I will write next Monday's date at the top of the agreement. You have until that date to opt out if you decide that isn't right for you. You can just call me up and cancel the order. I'm allowed to hold seats without money for up to 3 accounts. You would be my third.
All right. Well, let me talk to my salespeople and make sure they like this idea. And I think that I can look things over.
When would you be able to talk to your salespeople about this?
Also tomorrow.
Bella, you said earlier that it wouldn't be too much to ask your salespeople to spend one night a month out with a key prospect, right?
I think it's reasonable.
And you said you thought out our games would be a good place to develop relationships, and there was a potential of $180,000 in new business, right?
I guess I did. Honestly, though, I think this might cost too much.
How do you mean, if I might ask?
Well, we had a tough year, and some budgets had to be cut, and I have to be smart on some expenses.
I can understand that. You know, I've had some other clients that felt the same way. They thought of it this way. You said yourself that you thought you could generate $180,000 in new business for a pretty reasonable cost of $14,000. That sounds like a pretty smart move on your part. So what is really the reason why you're hesitating?
Couldn't I just buy these straight off of StubHub or somewhere else?
I can understand that, how easy it is to just buy it off of StubHub, but StubHub has some weaknesses. First of all, you really can't plan in advance with a controlled new business strategy. And you never really know how much you'll have to pay for those tickets, and more importantly, whether you'll get decent seats. Lastly, you don't get the same access to other features and benefits of being a ticket package buyer with our team.
Okay. I would like to think about it at least.
And I can understand that. Though if you took the time to think about this, you really wouldn't be against $180,000 in new business for only $14,000. So I really think we should just do this thing.
Honestly, I can't say no to that. I'm ready to do this.
Fantastic. It'll be a pleasure to work with you.